What's up, YouTube? Man, welcome to the first episode of Controversial Conversations podcast. Yeah, man. Okay, so I'm Los Angeles Street Vlogs. You got my dog JC, the most fiery spitter in the game, you hear me? And you got my dog J Beast, you hear me? Real businessman, of different proportions, you hear me? Man, what's up? What y'all got to say? How y'all feel tonight?
Good.
Okay. Well, without further ado, man, we're gonna jump straight into it. Man, the first topic is Nolan Wells. Okay, so Nolan went missing on July 4th, you hear me, in Mississippi during a 4th of July celebration on Horn Island. His body wasn't discovered until July 6th by the National Park Service agents. The police initially said that there was no foul play, you hear me? But then the family was skeptical because of race. I guess because of race itself, The jury, oh look, my bad. And Ben Crump is his lawyer. So recently, the new developments in the case was Ben Crump shipped his body to DC for a new autopsy. You hear me? Man, what's up? What y'all think about that?
With the information that I got so far, I see every time, when it's a bunch of white folks and black, they try to play race into it. But until I get all the facts, you know what I'm saying? I feel like an accident happened that they might know about, and they was too scared to say something about it or try to get away from it. But I don't think it's no get out type shit what they was planning to do something to them. But with the stuff that I did here, it's kind of weird. Like, what teenager gonna forget their phone? You know what I'm saying? And then they don't make it back. But I don't think they did something intentionally to them. I think maybe an accident might have happened that they not saying.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it had to be something like that, bro. Cause like you said, I don't really agree with all the like. First thing they going to is like it's something racist. Like, nah, like you said, I think it could have been an accident, and nobody really know yet, and everything is just straight speculation. But like by them having like all the NAACP and all this other stuff, it's kind of sensationalizing, taking it to a different level to me.
Right. So JB's, you saying like you disagree with the idea of he disappeared because of racism?
Yeah, because it's like, what evidence they got? I mean, I knew they talk about it's kind of weird that he left his phone, but like some of the videos I seen, they made a good point. It's like if you going swimming, you're not gonna take your phone with you. Nah, it is kind of weird that like his phone was left on a boat or whatever, and the dudes, kind of left with the boat. Maybe he just forgot it on the boat or something. Or the people who had the boat, maybe they just left and they didn't know his phone was even on the boat. There's a lot of.
Well, I say this, you hear me? I'm looking at it like this. If out of all the people, he the only one, that's what I can see where the skepticism come from. You hear me? Because it's like all these people, and this is the only person something happened with. You know what I'm saying? Like out of all the people that was out there, was the one, darker skin tone guy that ended up, being missing. And then they didn't find his body for 2 days. So the people that he with didn't realize that the man was missing for 2 days.
Nah, they reported him missing. They just found him like 2 days. They reported him missing that same night. It wasn't his friends. Technically, his parents is the ones who reported him missing, but they reported him missing that same night. Also, the other thing too is like that all them dudes that he was with, even though they was like mostly white people, that was really all his friends. It wasn't like it was
Right.
just random people.
And in the way they describe him, I don't see them just having some animosity towards him. You know what I'm saying? So I think maybe it's an accident happened and they just ain't speak on it for fear out of getting in trouble type shit. But I don't think that they did something to him on purpose just because he was black.
Well, Wazam, she's so gorgeous, Wazam, with you. Yeah, so and Cat Talk, shout out child, you hear me? Yeah, but so look, I'm saying this, like I said, I don't want to say that it is a racism thing, but all I'm saying is I see where the racism can come from, you hear me? But also I don't believe it's a racism thing wholeheartedly, because it's like you said, these people was friends. They knew each other. They wasn't just jumping out there, and just met each other. So all right. So how about this part though? So Ben Crump is the attorney on his case, right? And
Hmm.
Ben said that he wanted to get a new autopsy, so he's sending his body to DC. Why you think they doing that?
You know some shit that they may be hiding, but so it's good that he doing that to cover their bases or whatever. Because all the other kids, like they parents is some type of law enforcement and all that, or in government type shit. So, they might be trying to hide something under the rug, whether they, even if they didn't do something on purpose, maybe something accidentally happening to cover their bases or whatever. Maybe they is swiping something under the rug that he could find out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you. So you saying it is a reason for Ben to come in? So I mean, honestly, it's really subjective from the way that I see it. It's kind of how you gonna look at it, because they don't have no necessary evidence saying that it was foul play. It's just really family skepticism. You're like, if you want to call a spade and a circle, it's really just skepticism. I even seen what they were saying, like they were saying like the people, they was friends. They was cool people. You hear me? They was friends with each other. It wasn't no, and then they found evidence that they did. In fact, the boat broke down and was towed back to shore. So yeah, yeah. I think I don't know. I don't know if it do come out to be some actual foul play in it. You hear me? I think that because I think they hid it well. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
The point that Jay was saying, like they was swimming, so of course he would leave his phone on the boat. And if he decided to get on another boat, you know what I'm saying? I could see that happening. But to just go straight toward racism, I don't have enough facts to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think this more of a. I think the situation with this is more of a. Hold on. I'm having an audio issue. All right, yeah. So, I mean, man, the evidence that, like I said, if they had evidence to say that, that it was wrong and somebody should have been in jail, I think somebody would have been in jail, or at least it'd be on the news that they got a suspect of newfound evidence. Yeah. Because the police initially said no foul play. The topic of foul play came up after the family voiced their skepticism. So you think that's the only reason foul play is even a talk?
But from the family standpoint, I get it. Because like I say, it do sound weird, like how my son the only one that come up missing. And like I say, with him leaving the phone and all of that, that do sound weird. But looking at it in their shoes, you know what I'm saying? But until I would get all the information, I wouldn't go straight towards racism like they just did something on purpose because he black. I think an accident might have happened, and they probably do know about it, but they trying to cover they bases. You know what I'm saying? If anything,
Yeah, because low key, if you think more about it, it is kind of weird for somebody to go swimming in the middle of the night by themselves. That don't like. There's no way he could have just been by himself.
Right, I'd have thought a female would have been with him, you know.
That's what they tried to say. That's part of the story. They said he was talking to a female, or he. That's why he supposedly stayed back.
oh yeah, and
Uh,
got on another boat or whatever.
yeah,
And like you said,
So
they boat had broke down. So I can see him forgetting that he left his phone because he would have left his phone because knowing that they finna swim in water. And if he got on the other boat chasing after a female, I can see that I can see that happening. But looking at it from the parents' point of view, it do sound weird.
yeah. Okay, so I mean, if we get any more information, we'll double back to that or we'll speak on it another night. But how about Carmelo Anthony, man? Hey, Carmelo Anthony, man. Um, he stabbed Austin Metcalf at a track meet in 2025. Uh, he was sentenced to 35 years on June 9th, 2026, because the jury rejected the lesser charge of manslaughter. You hear me? The jury rejected the idea of manslaughter. You hear me? And they had a gentleman's agreement in place, basically, so Austin Metcalf's history as a bullet didn't come out. So, enlighten me on your opinion of this.
first, had you seen the video of it?
Yeah, my bad. I seen some light footage of it, man. Like, like real life footage of it. It wasn't like I didn't really get into it, but I seen like the images when they was like tussling or whatever.
Yeah, see, to me, that's another story where they threw racism in there for no reason, bro. Like, nah, after seeing the videos and like, really seeing all the evidence and testimony with that, nah, he for sure was in the wrong. Like, in my opinion, he for sure was in the wrong, bro. That was murder. Like, I know he didn't do it on purpose. Nah, we know that. He wasn't trying to kill dude. He was trying to stab him. He stabbed him on purpose, purposely stabbed him. But like even the whole circumstances, like I guess it's just my mindset behind the whole thing. It's like why you even got a knife at school in the first place? That's kind of weird. But at a track meet, it's like you planning for something to go down type of thing. Not saying that's what he planned to happen, but it's like you preparing to fight somebody with your knife. Like,
Right. See, okay, all right. I gotta chime in real quick. Look, this is how I see it. Right, they did say that the man had like a history with the dude. You hear me? So look now. Listen, I feel like they said it wasn't a real knife. It was like a Swiss Army blade that you could fix your cleats with and shit like that. You hear me? So but
that part
that you can
wasn't
fix your
quite true. I tell you, like it was an actual knife. It was like a Swiss Army type of knife or something they tried to say, but nah, it's a real knife. It wasn't no tool. Cause yeah, I don't know who threw that out, but like if you go look at the court documents or whatever, it's a knife.
Man, I don't know. You see, I say this right in situations like where it's two young people. You hear me? I feel like you should at least give the one that's still here a little grace. Why take two, especially when you don't even have to consider race. You hear me? Like at all, don't consider race. Like I wouldn't even ask for that from nobody. Just give the one that's still here a chance at life, man. Young, man. You get what I'm saying?
Agree with that because he took somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Like whether they had issues or whatever, he took it to the next level. Like, what's wrong with taking an ass whooping? If the dude was really bullying you like they say he was, it don't look like he was scared of him after he told you to leave or whatever. Which he didn't have a right to do none of that or whatnot. But when you stabbed him in the chest, you made his wrongs less than yours. You know what I'm saying? And if we put race into it, let's switch it. What if it was a black dude that got stabbed by a white dude? We'll all be wishing that they buried the white dude under jail. You know what I'm saying? So I can't give him no leeway on that.
Hey, when we use the violent terms, let's kind of like tone it. Like, I just thought about that. But anyway, yeah, I definitely feel that. I agree with you 100% that if it was a white male that did that to a black male, that it would definitely be like a bigger Black Lives Matter movement and things, kind of like the Nolan Wells situation. You hear me? That's why I kind of say when I look at things like this, I try to take the race out of it. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Cause
I said, at the end of the day, I feel like he was wrong. So when you took somebody's life, that's like, if you stab somebody in the chest, they gonna die. So now I do agree that his the jury being all white and all that wasn't fair. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he should have got 30 years, but you know, that's the consequences of your actions, you know?
All right, let's touch on that. What time do you think would have been acceptable for this guy to get by the him taking accountability for his actions? How much time do you think should have been gave? You hear me?
I don't think no more than 15. I would have gave him 10.
yeah, hey, I
That would have
lean
been
closer
enough
to
time for him to
15.
get out and yeah. I think it'd have been enough time for him to, especially if he took accountability, that part. I think that'll give him enough time to where it's a punishment, but he didn't ruin his whole life, you know?
Man, another thing too, I hate about like the stuff I don't really like about a lot of trials is like they didn't let him go on the stand and really say his story. That's one thing I hate about like a lot of trials is like somebody defending themselves, and a lot of times they don't go up there and actually defend themselves. They just
Right. That be the
yeah, cause
lawyers be telling them that they shouldn't do it. That's kind of like with Tory Lanez, like they wouldn't let him go. Usually when you fighting against
Boo
it, it's good
bars.
to hear your side of the story from your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
yeah, 'cause
right,
low
right,
key, I
right.
feel like they would have gave him less time if they would have actually heard from him how he felt versus like somebody else saying this is how he felt and he was scared. Like if it came out of his mouth, I think that people would have
Right.
felt different about it.
And then you probably would have seen the remorse in his eyes, like, yeah.
Hey, let me chime in real quick, man. Look, that's Boot Boy just jumped in the chat. I'm gonna get you updated real quick. We kind of like we talking about the Carmelo Anthony getting sentenced to 35 years. I don't know. Yeah. Well, he dropped out. Well, y'all go ahead, continue.
But yeah, like I say, I think they could have done better with the law. And then I heard some shit where they was starting to GoFundMe, and then the money that they had, they didn't spend all their resources on a better lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of weird too. Like when you fighting for your life, you spend as much as you got. And if a GoFundMe gave you 100,000, why try to save any of it? You know?
Hey, who was it? Do you know who his lawyer was?
Nah. But for the simple fact that he let an all white juror be accepted, because each lawyer got to accept the jurors. The fact that he ain't let no other black person be on there, I would have chose a different lawyer. Like,
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if he had tried. Did he try to do like some type of appeal or something? I think that's what I heard
yeah, they trying to do
because
an
of
appeal.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of that. And the
Yeah, I
appeals
think.
is so hard, you know. That's why I say you want to get it right kind of the first time. Because he pretty much, 90% of the time, once the verdict from the court get passed down, that's kind of what they stuck to. So he might be stuck doing that whole 35.
Right. Okay, look, man. So we're gonna let's try to move on a little bit. I mean, if anything else develop, we'll touch back on it. Man, Iran and America with the Trump situation. What y'all think about that?
Well, this is my thing about that, though. I feel like Trump got Obama on his mind too much. Like deep inside, he probably know Obama was smarter than him, and he trying to prove to everybody that he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And if you remember when Obama had the contract with Iran with the frozen assets, he was gonna give them $50 billion for reconstruction. Now Trump ended up doing the same deal, end up giving them 300 billion, 200 billion more than what Obama had planned to do. So people calling him out on that, and I think he going hard to prove that he was better than Obama, but we all know he wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, even more than that, I think during his first term, he pulled us out of that the Iran nuclear deal.
Right.
Whenever we had the thing where we would actually go and check they
Hey,
nuclear
well, look,
reactors and stuff.
yeah, look, real quick. This is what it. This is a few facts about it, right? So the war actually started February 28, 2026. It was all out war by U.S. and Israel on Iran. It had a 60-day ceasefire, but it collapsed on July. Iran resumed striking. Uh, you know, U.S. and Israel military. You know what I'm saying? So the U.S. naval got blockades and airstrikes to combat Iran right now. So y'all, tell me what y'all think about that, man.
At the end of the day, I do agree that Iran shouldn't have no nuclear weapons because if they get them, they gonna use them, and they gonna send them over here. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree. Do whatever you can to make sure that they don't be able to develop no nuclear weapons. But still saying that, I feel like Trump's still in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? With the way he handling it, like it could have been, like I say with Obama, the way he handled it was more gentlemanly, I guess, and more professional. Like
Right.
I think Trump ready to press the button on something.
Right. JB's boo boy. Y'all don't feel nothing about that.
No, but that's what I was saying, 1,000%. It was like when we had that
Yo, y'all can
the
hear me?
deal, yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah, I
hear you.
think
We hear you.
Whenever we had that deal, we would go to Iran and inspect their nuclear sites to make sure they wasn't doing it. I said Trump got rid of that whole deal. Like none of this shit was a
right,
problem before he got rid of that shit in his first term. Now it's like, what are we even doing?
right,
It's like,
and the bombs that he dropping, not really, because the nuclear site that they have is like 60 feet underground, so the bomb's not even reaching what he trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? So if they was trying to make some nuclear weapon, I think he putting gas on the fire.
yeah, 1,000%. To me, and if they really wanted to get rid of that stuff, they could. Like, if they really, really, like, I feel like if that was really the issue, they could put troops on the ground and actually just go take the shit. My fault.
Right.
Like, but actually go take the stuff. But like, cause I mean, look at what we did in Venezuela. We kidnapped a whole president. So it's like, if we really wanted to do something, like we could just go and do it.
Hey,
So
you
I feel
talking about
like,
Maduro, huh?
yeah, like,
Hey,
ain't
we
that
did
crazy?
Maduro wrong, yeah.
Bro, they vice president is on TV talking about we don't know where the president at. That's that's like the craziest thing I ever seen. Like,
Man, they the kid. Hey, that's crazy. Hey, how you don't know where your top man at?
yeah, the vice president, like, we need to talk to somebody. We don't know where our president is. He just gone.
But
So
I don't know though. I don't think they can handle Iran that way though. Honestly, I don't. Cause Iran is a small place, you hear me? But man, you know they do like them. They like they are hurt. They are hurt themselves to hurt you.
right.
I can't say the SB thing, but if you know what I'm talking about.
But this the whole thing about it though. If Iran do get a hold to some type of nuclear weapon, the first thing they gonna do is go at Israel. And Israel too tied in with America for us to let that happen. You know what I'm saying? Even if the citizens don't agree with it or whatever, the president is too tied in with whatever business they got going on to let that happen.
Okay. Man, what's that, Boo Boy? What you think about that?
Man, I'm just hearing y'all going back and forth, brother.
Man, what's your
Taking
thoughts on
y'all
the
opinion.
Iran and US thing?
If you want my honest opinion, brother, from a biblical standpoint, Iran gonna go against us all will. You feel me? So at the end, we know once those enemies get those weapons into their hand, what they're capable of. The U.S. been bullies for forever now. It's only right the bully gonna eventually get his due just. If you feel me.
But with that being said, they just do is not gonna get the people that's actually harming them. It's gonna get the citizens that don't have nothing to do with it. So you
And
know what I'm
that's
saying?
true. That's true. That's true. But you know, it's always casualties in war. It's never been a war without innocent people being the example of what's to come or what it is or how we moving.
Right. So but that's why I can't all the way go with they in the right. You know what I'm saying? Because they willing to hurt people that
I
don't have
don't I
nothing to
don't
do with
I
it.
don't think my bad, go ahead.
It's kind of like the Twin Towers situation. Bin Laden sent them over here because of what George Bush was doing. But the people that was in them towers didn't have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they knew, if they had
No,
actionable information on who they were sending it to, then cool. But when you start killing innocent people, even on our part, us killing it, I don't agree with none of it.
And I agree with that too, but if we look at the biblical standpoint of all this and life itself, and I can't really, I'm only speaking from personal because I'm a biblical man. So everybody partake on the Bible ain't the same, and I can respect that. But from a biblical standpoint, this is all designed to be chaos, brother. They're gonna do what they're supposed to do. And there's always innocent people like you and I that have nothing to do with nothing be the example of idiots in control.
You're right. I agree with that.
So I'm gonna
You
say,
know,
like, break it down for us, like the biblical like view of it, because I
yeah,
know
that's just what I was about to ask.
majority of
Jay
it
Beast, what you
is,
thought about
yeah,
that?
like from what I heard,
I mean,
majority of the
I mean,
conflict is like biblical between Israel and Iran. So I don't
Yeah,
know
so
which
break it
people
down
is
for us,
which,
Boo
and
Boy.
I know their ideologies is kind of different.
yeah, I mean, from yeah. All right, first off, fellas, if those that don't know, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I believe in the Israelite way of life, understanding, and teaching. So what they teach us to understand is biblically all nations but Israel and the US, that's gonna be the only two nations that remain on the same team. All other nations is going to go against us, and that will be World War III. Yo,
Okay, what y'all think about
Yeah,
that?
this is wait. This another thing too,
I
Sam.
mean,
The whole thing why they really in turmoil is because the Iranians believe that Israel was for them, and the Jewish people took it from them after they found the oil and all of that. So that's really
right?
supposed to be the Iranians' land, you know. And
No, I disagree. I disagree with that, JC.
well, why they fighting?
I flawless on here, boo boy.
Nah, JC Flawless good.
Flawless, flawless, flawless. My bad,
JC
flawless.
Flawless good. But what they fighting for? Cause I thought the whole fight thing was because Iran people feel
Well,
like that
the
was their
fight,
land and they stole it
the,
from them.
the fight that you speaking of and how you speaking on it, and the reason for it is accurately 9 times out of 10. What I disagree with was when you said that the land belongs to them. The land belonged to us. Us as in the slaves of the land, the slaves that came here and provided and made a way for what we call a nation, a world, a life. Like this, as
Right,
we
right,
know
right.
it today, we had a lot to do with that. But we are the lost tribe of Israel. A lot of us don't know, don't see, don't understand, and don't care to comprehend. These rules and regulations is only for certain people. But that land belongs to us, to get back to the point on what I disagreed about. That land that you felt or you said belonged to the Iranians, no, that land belonged to us. We was pushed out of that land a long time ago and forced to dwell in other folks' land, not our own.
All right, I follow. I follow.
So yeah, I didn't want to get off top because as far as the spiritual concept, it can run deep. I can really, take us there, but that's not the topic. The topic was what I feel and what I think about what's going on. I feel biblically it is designed and written to go accordingly. These are just the chess pieces that set in motion to make the play. We have nothing to do with nothing, but yet a lot of us is living vicariously and want to do what we want to do on our own accord. Therefore, a lot of us going to be casualties to war,
All right, we gonna face
in
the
my
consequences
opinion.
of their action.
Yeah, from their actions, but yet we also playing their game. Therefore, it's also our consequences. Because a lot of us
A lot
agree
of
and
us
feel and
agree and
stand
feel and
on
stand on.
how America moves when we all know in hindsight America is just bullies. And I ain't got nothing
Right.
against nobody, but if we looking at the picture from a biased standpoint, America always been bullies to every land. They go in, they
Mm-hmm.
find a reason to go to war, and they take what they want because they know
Yeah, take all the
these folks
resources.
don't have the resources to stand by them.
And by them. Hey, but that kind of what Jay Beast was just saying when he was like shit, when he was like we could just go in there and take the Iranian stuff because that's what we did to Argentina.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Precisely,
Precisely.
history repeats itself.
Say again? I didn't hear you.
Now
Hey,
I
yo,
was saying what Boo Boy was saying was kind of the same thing you were saying when you were like we could have just went in there and took it from Iran because that's what they did to Argentina. With the Maduro thing.
yeah, and I
Yeah, and
agree
I
because
agree
like
because like
history
history
always repeats
always
itself.
repeats itself. Right, right,
We
right.
gonna be
We gonna
who
be
we
who
is as a
we is as
people.
a people.
From a
From
biblical
a biblical
standpoint, it's
standpoint, it's
always been
always been
about
about
conquering and the
conquering
quest
and the
and
quest
war.
and war. Right, right, right. Okay.
Don't matter who it was, who the people chose to be, who they chose to follow. It's always been about one people conquering another or one people mistreating another. That's just what human existence boils down to be. How we
Right.
will exist amongst one another. Humanity.
Yeah, that's true. Because if you look throughout history, there's always been a lower class of people that was subservient to the higher class.
And it's gonna always be that way because that's the way life always that's how life thrives. It's gonna always be oppressors and those that are oppressed. It don't matter who turn it is, it's gonna always be a repeating cycle.
Hey, look, but real quick though, I want to shout out to us, all us young black men really doing that thing, man. Everybody, I want to shout us out. Cause you know history can repeat itself, but we can evolve too, you hear me, man?
Yeah, yeah. Life though, life evolves, brother. Because the young man you was when you was in your youth, you no longer think, feel, or move that way. You don't even see the ideal of looking at life in that aspect no more. Those lenses are no longer yours. You view it as in it's worth living for, not worth killing for.
Preach, amen. I agree 100%.
You know, but that's just my opinion when it's all said and done, because we are basing opinions on this particular platform, you feel me? We ain't factual, we just see the facts they give us and we give our take on it. And that's my take on the war and what's going on.
Okay, so look, man, we you know we touched on that. If anything developed with it, we'll touch on it again. Man, we'll move on. You heard what about Big Tigger, dog? Man, y'all saw Big Tigger been in the news lately, man. Man, real quick, a couple of facts about it is he got like a legal battle with his wife involving mutual arrest, like DV type of stuff, domestic, you know, and a separate kid in charge. You know, temporary protective order was in place by his wife until Big Tigger was arrested in June for aggravated battery and child cruelty, and she placed a temporary protective order on him until she was arrested in July for a kid apping back in 2019 with their daughter. Man, what y'all think about that?
Because what I heard, she got charged for basically doing a false report, like she lied on him. And in the video that I seen, he ain't never really touched her. He was trying to get his phone back on.
Oh, see, I ain't see that. Okay, I ain't see that. From what I heard was was at first she was making it look like he was the aggressor, and then more evidence evolved that she was aggressive, and then it had a case to where she was the suspect. Well, she was the actual suspect that did it in 2019 with their own daughter. You know, so that's what I knew. You hear me? So man, tell me more.
I think maybe he was cheating on her, and she was trying to find evidence in her phone. But you know, just because you feel like somebody's doing something wrong, though, we give you the right to steal their property. You know, at the end of the day, if she felt that much into it, she should have just left. Like, forget trying to look for evidence, especially if he dragging you around the house trying to get his phone back and all of that. It obviously he got something in the phone he don't want you to see. So once it gets to that point, you already kind of got confirmation. Go ahead and leave.
Man,
But
Boo
how you
Boy.
leave a lifestyle such as that?
Yeah, Boo Boy, JB, tell me what y'all think. You
I let JB's have the flow first.
Yeah, I don't have too much to comment because I don't know too much about it. I only seen a few headlines, and I don't know too much detail. So yeah, I'm learning details about it right now.
But beast at the same time, you can go off of the fact that's provided to you as of in the moment. You feel me? You know, because I don't know much about it myself, but yet if those are the facts that's provided, my speculation can be gave off of what's being brought to me now, not what I didn't went down, sat down and researched about first. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because at
Run it
the
down
end
for
of the
me
day,
like one
none
more
of us
time.
know, huh?
Oh, okay. I give you the facts real quick. Okay, so it was Big Tigger and his wife, you heard me, they involved in a legal battle involving mutual arrest. You heard me, like domestic, and a separate kidnapping charge. Temporary protective orders was placed whenever Tigger was arrested in June, you heard me, for aggravated battery and child cruelty. But then his wife got arrested in July for kidnapping. You know what I'm saying? Of her own daughter in 2019.
But hold up, LA, hold up, LA, hold up, LA, hold up, hold up. Because you know how the system works. Do you honestly believe putting yourself in Ticket's shoes that Ticket did all that those headlines say he did?
Man, I ain't gonna lie though. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I know the system, man. I think it happened. Cause I know how it can be whenever you're in a relationship. Sometimes, your business get put out in the streets, but that's like it. I'm looking at it from a reality POV, like a real life point of view. You never know what two people
Right,
going through behind closed doors. You hear me? Like that's not business that people
right.
usually put in a. And I feel like with Tigger, he just famous, so it ended up out there. So you really never know how that really goes. You know what I'm saying?
But
You can't
I
really
Boot Boy,
tell. Look at
I
all the
agree.
celebrities we see.
you heard LA? Boot Boy bring up a
Huh?
good point, man. I say Boot Boy bring up a good point. Because it's been plenty of times where, like, a father will take his own child or trying to get him, and they'll classify that as kidnapping. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it like it's kidnapping, I don't think that that's what it is. I think that's him trying to get his child. And like you say with her, kidnapping her own child, I think that's just something to do with the system, to where it's like maybe it wasn't your time to have your daughter. You know what I'm saying? And you was like, fuck that, this is my daughter, I'm taking her. So I don't look at it like kidnapping how you would see it in the headlines. I think it like Boot Boy say how the system works. They gonna classify it as
No,
that.
hey, wait. Hold on, J Flawless. We got a little new update. My wife just told me that it's not that type of situation. She didn't go to jail for like just taking her child. It was the child was reported missing. She lied on a police report, you hear me? And that's how she ended up going to jail for it. So it wasn't like the
So why
average
did she lie
situation.
on the police report?
She had the kid, but she lied on the police report that she didn't have the kid and reported the kid missing. So
So so LA, let me ask you right there before you go deeper into detail. You don't find something wrong with that right there?
yeah, I
The fact
feel
that
like
she had
she tore up and was tripping, son. If you
the
gonna
fact
report the
that
child missing,
but the fact that she did that because she knew if she told the truth, they probably was gonna take her and bring her to the father, you know?
no, but look, the child still missing to this day though.
But don't she got her though?
No, I don't. They don't know. They just know she lied. They uncovered evidence that she was a liar, and the
So
child
you don't
wasn't
find that
missing.
strange. So you don't
Man, I
find
feel
that
like she
strange.
tore up and she doing something strange.
Man, look, that all sounds strange to me in my personal opinion.
You
Because
feel like she's trying to
why
cover her
lie on
own
the
ass.
police report if he was just that dude?
Right.
Okay, hold up. Wait. My wife just provided some more evidence. The lady took Tigger's phone and got somebody else to record. She took his phone and told somebody
Yeah,
else
that's
to
the video I was
record
talking
while
about.
she took his phone, but she provoked him into looking like he was beating her trying to get his phone.
Right, but
So why
that's what
would
I
you
was
have
saying.
somebody
Even
recording at that very time?
That's what I was. That's the video I was talking about. Even with that, you could see that he not putting his hands on it. He trying to get his phone back. That's why I say I'm thinking maybe he cheated on her or something, and she trying to look for the evidence through his phone. And if it get to that point to where he trying to take it from you, then that's confirmation right there. You know.
I personally think it's a scandal. I personally
Right. Me
think she
too.
trying to divorce
Yeah.
ticket and get a payout in the midst of by finding him cheating and finding proof and showing proof so she can get a nice lump sum
Hey, look.
and go her
Hey,
way.
look, wait, real quick, Boo Ball. We got another update. It was allegedly some homosexual activities in the phone that led her to go get the phone, and she wanted to make him in a negative light. That's why she had somebody recording the video. You hear me?
Right. But this
So
point
at the
still
end of the
holds.
day, it don't
You
matter
know.
what stems to the point of her doing what she did or him doing what he did. She had ill will intention because she wanted to blackmail him for whatever purpose she chose to blackmail him for. Why put
Mhm.
your husband in that situation? You know what I'm saying? When it's not what it is.
Right. And like you say, it is she trying to get some money out of him. You know, and then whatever she
That's how
thought
I
was in the phone to get the evidence, you know it's there because look how hard he fighting you to get the phone back. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's cheating, whether it's some
right.
gay shit, then you know what I'm saying?
Either either or I agree. Why are you going so far and beyond to get your husband in a bad light when your job is to uplift him and always make sure the world see him in the best light
Hey, wait.
he's supposed to
Another
be?
update, real quick, Boo Boy. She named their new daughter after the missing daughter, so that what got people thinking that the daughter is unalive.
So is the daughter
Come on,
missing or
bro.
not
You think
missing?
a black man with that type of fame and man, come on, he gonna unalive his daughter in any aspect or be a part of that type of individual. I, from knowing his character and seeing him from all these years,
No, son,
don't
no,
feel
you
like
getting it
he's that
wrong.
type
They
of
don't think
individual.
Tigger did it. They thinking she did it.
Type shit. My bad.
All
Okay,
right,
so
so hold on.
you saying
Let's,
the daughter was reported missing. She said that
So
she
she try to
wasn't with
blackmail
her.
Ticket and make Ticket take the rap for what she speculated of.
No. She just tried to get a video and make it look like he was harming her, make him look aggressive.
all right, so
Yeah,
hold
you hear
on.
me? Like she's trying to put it like he the one tore up, but then he went to jail for aggravated battery and child cruelty in June, but then evidence arise that she was the one responsible for the kidnapping of her daughter 2019.
Okay,
So it
whichever
was
it
like
is.
she was trying to make him look bad, but then she ended up looking way worse.
So who the one that filed the kidnapping charge? That was her lied on the police report saying she was missing, right?
I don't even know. The police filed that against her because she had a fake police report in 2019.
That said that the child was
So
missing.
therefore, how does that tie Ticket into her dealing? That's why I said at the beginning of the topic when you spoke on it, I felt it was all bullshit because she trying to put her husband in a bad light to make it look like he's the bad person when all along you've been painted as this person and you trying to find a fall partner when you the
Right.
fall partner.
And the fact that she got the other child involved in recording him doing all this, it's kind of like that's a blemish on her character, you know?
all right, so technically,
Hey,
this is
hey,
like
hey, hey,
two different
Beast,
time
what you
frames,
think on
right?
the topic?
But
Right.
I'm just not putting pieces together. So see, now that I heard everything, I'm starting to understand. So the 20 it's really two separate incidents going on here. So the 2019 stuff, that's almost like a side like a sidebar to what's currently going on. So basically, got like the current domestic issue, and they bringing up the 2019 thing just to like show character, like to
Right, right.
show, yeah. So I now I get it. Like okay, so yeah, so that makes it like it's really a bigger story than what it seems on the surface.
What
Because now it's like you
what the
putting,
narrative is.
yeah. So now you putting like a spotlight on stuff that happened way back then, like 2019. Hey, versus
I don't
the
know.
actual
I
domestic.
just
So
feel
like, is
like
it like deflecting from like? Could that be like Tigger's camp being like deflecting from what's really going on, just to be like, oh y'all look over here, look at what happened back then,
Right, right.
or you know,
but they go to show you her
Especially like what
character
you say,
long
if
time.
it's some gay allegations, then maybe yeah, that's probably his team way of trying to make us look the other way, type shit.
Right, but at the end of the day, if him being exposed for liking men, then that's just a normal thing these days. I mean, it ain't that rare
Nah,
to the
nah, it ain't
fact to where
normal. It ain't
you.
normal. It ain't. Was Zam Thump? Was Zam Jesse?
It's
I mean,
it's
these
not
days it's
normal for
normal.
men like you and I, but it's normal for the world we live in today.
Yeah,
You grew up in a time frame to where LGBTQ wasn't a thing, but therefore now it is. We have to accept the fact that nowadays you love what you love who you love, and that's accepted in all reality, despite how we feel as individuals.
right, right, right. That's the same
Yeah,
thing
all
like
right.
with
So look,
racism. And back in the day, racism was cool. Today, if you show any type of like if you're trying to get a job and you don't give the person a job basically solely on their race, that could fuck your whole business up.
Yeah, but the world we live in show you how all that operates. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's all about what you're willing to do and when you're willing to do it, in my honest opinion. You know, you could be an ass kisser if we're able to curse on here. Excuse me if we're not. You know what I'm saying? You can be one of those that kiss bottom end all day, or you could be somebody that stand on business and they don't agree with your character because you don't fit into their program. Life is all about who fits in and who don't. It doesn't matter the color, it matters the characteristics, in my honest opinion. But I feel like she just and on the topic, back on the topic, I feel like she's just trying to blemish his character along with her own. So they both got smut on their name, not just I take my lick by myself for the mistake I made when I made it.
And like you say too, I think she trying to get some money out of him. You know, if he wasn't a famous entertainer, I doubt if this even hit the news, you know?
yeah,
Right,
low
I
key, because
get
that's why it's probably more than money. It's like she want to tarnish his image too, because she could get money
Right,
behind the scenes. You know, she want to embarrass dude too.
right, right.
Yeah, I think it's more so about the image thing, because it's like at this point she ready to cut ties. When it's all said and done, the world's starting to see who she's portraying herself to be from her actions, not from what everyone is speculating from what surface. It's just what the facts become, or the facts is proven to be. So therefore, it's like I can go out solo. I'm gonna take you down with me. You are more of a bigger image than I am, so why not let the world focus on you more than
Right.
my wrongdoing?
Mm-hmm.
right. Right, but
That's
look,
my
all right.
opinion, brother.
So right. So cool with that, right? So look, we're gonna double back to that. You know, if something else come up with it, we'll talk about it another night. But what's up with LeBron, man? How y'all feel about LeBron leaving the Lakers? He for sure leaving on June 30th. Clutch
Uh,
Sports CEO was
I
on.
think his last year. I think next year gonna be his last year, and he trying to play with Steph Curry for his last before he retired. So I'm thinking he's going to go to state.
Nah, man, I don't think he want to play with Steph. I think he left. I think he got Bronny James deal guaranteed. You hear me? Because that's one of the facts about it. On June 30th, Clutch Sports CEO reported that he was definitely leaving. It was definitely voluntary. LeBron chose to leave.
If next year really is his last year, what other reason would he have to leave? Other than trying to. But we'll see if he go to Golden State, and that'll be what it is. Because they was bringing up when they did the Olympics or whatever, and he played with stuff. He always said he wanted to play on teams with him one time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, likely. I'm looking at like you said, if it's his last year, he looking for a ring. He want to be in the best position to get a ring. And I guess you gotta consider. Man, I low key look at it like I try to imagine what it would look like with him on them teams, because he really like almost like a lead man. Like everybody get the ball to him.
Do
Type
LeBron?
of yeah. From everything I
I think
noticed,
that's
he
another
like
thing
the
too. He probably tired of being the person that's taking the last shot. And you get a person like Steph on your side, like he can kind of take some of the load off, you know.
yeah.
Hey, look, in the midst of while we talking about sports real quick, I don't want to cut y'all off, but while we talking about sports, let me shout out the World Cup. It's Spain and Argentina, you hear me? Shout out Messi and Mbappe. Yeah, that boy named Mbappe. You hear me?
But yeah, I don't see him trying to leave the Lakers for some money. He got all the money that you can possibly have, you know. So I
Yeah.
think it's more of a I want my best chance to get a ring. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Man, look, LeBron chasing legacy at the end of the day.
Yeah, on God, that's just what I was about to say.
LeBron chasing legacy, man. You see,
Now,
at
how
the
many
end of
rings
the
he
day,
got
the
right now?
LeBron ended all that GOAT debate when he was the first NBA player that played with his son on his team,
Yeah, that's
along
what I
with his
feel.
what
Even
four,
after
five
with
rings he got.
really said once he made that the most points, I was kind of like over it. Once he got his son playing with him, I'm like, yeah, the GOAT debate is over. LeBron got that.
I mean, in my honest opinion, Jordan go be the elderly, the older folks go hands down all time. You feel me? But for like motherfucker people like me and you and LA and Beast, we grew up seeing LeBron, D Wade, Kobe, Shaq, all these new characters be the NBA players that inspire us to be who we want to
Right.
be.
But
AIs, the
hey, I
Vince
ain't gonna lie though,
Carters,
son.
the T
If
Mac.
if you had to pick your own starting five, and the last person was between Jordan and LeBron, who you gonna put on your team? I would go Jordan. I ain't gonna lie, but I feel like
It just
besides
it
winning in
depends
the
on the
point,
circumstances.
okay, the circumstances
It depends.
you want the ring.
I mean, if I want the ring, then probably Jordan for the mere fact of what history shows. He got
Right.
there. He did two three-peats. LeBron get there. History shows that he could be the last man standing, or one of the
Mhm.
last men standing, I should say. But he don't always remain the last man standing. Sometimes the other man be the man that takes the crown.
Hey, let me
Right,
touch.
right.
Let me touch. Hey, let me touch. I gotta say, man, when it comes to that argument, LeBron and Jordan, I'm taking LeBron every time. No cap. It's only two best athletes on this planet: LeBron James and Tom Brady. Everything else comes second to that, dog. No cap.
And you got
I
Michael
could
Phelps, huh?
disagree and agree with you on that aspect, Ellie, because for the simple fact, Jordan was a hell of an athlete in his time frame, for his time frame, and for what he did for the NBA.
Right.
But what
And in his
LeBron
time frame, it
have
was harder too.
over, huh?
And in his time frame, it was harder too.
I would agree but disagree because at the end of the day, to let
Man, it was not
stardom
harder,
matter.
man. LeBron played against real greats, real big dogs, people
But
who game was evolved, man. Man, Jordan was playing against plumbers, man.
Isaiah
yeah,
Thomas
but
was a
what
plumber.
LeBron have that Jordan doesn't is a higher IQ when it comes to the game.
Right. That's
LeBron
what I was
know
gonna
how
say. When
to
you talk about the whole
manipulate the
fit of the
game
game,
for the win. Jordan just gonna be aggressive and take the win.
right?
So I feel LeBron IQ will make him a better and a more
Hey,
favorable
hey,
GOAT to most
'08
people.
LeBron was
But
just gonna
Jordan
dive in that thing,
was,
man.
huh?
Say it again.
'08 LeBron was gonna dive in there with no regard for human life. Oh God.
Right, but Jordan did that on
That's what I was gonna say.
everybody
When
in the
you look
league
at
in his
Jordan with the
time too.
Detroit, the bad boys, son, I don't think LeBron would have been able to handle this, huh? That
Man,
Detroit defense
man, say that again.
was some.
No,
That
no,
Detroit defense was
no,
something
no,
serious.
flawless, no,
Man, come on,
flawless.
dog. Man,
Flawless. I'm
LeBron
not gonna
played
say
against
that
say.
because LeBron got
Nah, go ahead, go
IQ.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So it did. My bad. I ain't want to cut you off, but I just had to, interject right there. I can't agree with that because LeBron has a higher IQ than Jordan. Not more so the athleticism or maybe the skill if you want to base it on that. But as far as his IQ, he know how to utilize certain pieces on the chessboard to get the game accomplished. Long as those pieces is moving how he need them to move, LeBron know how to get the win. That's what Miami Heat taught him how
Man,
to
look,
win.
but LeBron was that dude in '03 too from his first year. I remember when that boy came from high school, from '03 to 2015 for sure. LeBron used to dive in there with no regard for human life. Call the doctor, mama, that's that man. Yeah, oh God.
Man,
Right, but he always had
son, Jordan played with a
IQ.
broken foot before, son, and won the game. Like, to pull through the pain and still pull it off is like his will. I feel like his will was greater than LeBron's. Like, LeBron is more, like you say, he'll all around better player and he make people around him better. Jordan is like, I'm the best, get the ball to me type shit.
Right,
Yeah,
but Jordan really had no examples to look up to when it came to being a dog, overall general dog when it in the game of basketball. There was no examples. You had the Magic, you had the Kareem. That's all big men like. What
Right,
point
but he
guard,
became the
shooting guard,
example
and
for everybody else after him. He became the example. So he kind of set the
who
standard
that?
of Jordan. He became the
That's what I'm
example for
saying.
everybody.
At the end of the day, it was free range. Excuse me, it was free range for him to do and be who he chose to be. History was gonna be set because it was no bar set. Nobody set the bar yet besides Bill Russell with his 11 championships. Like, if we talking
Mhm.
about a real GOAT, that's a fucking GOAT. But they leave Bill Russell out of the conversations. Like, 9 championships as a player and 2 as a coach didn't count, didn't matter. Oh, it was
I think they do
nobody
that
set the
because
bar, so
he
he
was in
set
the
the
era
bar
he was
and the bar
playing.
didn't
It was
matter.
mostly he was playing against white dudes. You
Nah,
know what
that's
I'm
what
saying?
I'm saying, man. You can't count them coaches, man. You got to count competition.
And
bro.
then
Man,
I
at
it
the
don't
think
same
matter.
time,
It don't.
son,
Hey,
the
you
skill
right.
set
You
of
do got
everybody
to count
wasn't.
competition. Go ahead. My
me,
bad.
bro. I think Jordan, his era was different, bro. Like to me, it's like Jordan, he gained all his skills like in the streets, like he playing at the park, like the hard way,
Mhm.
like he got his skills like that. And LeBron, he was almost molded, like he going to AAU. It was like he was molded into the skill set he got versus Jordan actually out there in the streets at the park one on one with people.
Right,
Like
right.
so,
All right, right,
it's
right.
yeah.
I agree with that, but what I'm saying is, who did Jordan have to? Dr. J was the only person that set the standards for what a superstar athlete basketball player look like for Jordan, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. He looked up to Dr. J.
Well, I mean, don't be
And
fooled, man. You got people
Kareem
like Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar too.
Abdul-Jabbar
That's what I was gonna say. Kareem
and
But that's a
Abdul-Jabbar.
Chocolate
big
Thunder and all
man,
those people
though,
was in
LA.
Jordan era too, you know.
That's a
Man,
big
who
man,
look
though,
at
LA.
Scottie Pippen and
Everybody
them? That was
can't
all
be,
Jordan era.
but that was
But
part of
But they wasn't in their
Jordan
prime though.
history.
yeah. You talking about like people before Jordan? I mean, look,
Before Jordan, there was no
Kareem,
men as far as point guard, shooting guard, and small
man,
forwards that
Kareem,
really set the example. But
Larry Bird. Larry Bird was in it before Jordan
that
jumped in.
that's brother. So you want to grow up and be a Larry Bird in your life?
Oh God! Hey! I used to holler Larry Bird when I hit that three.
No,
Yeah.
don't lie. You used to holler
LA,
Kobe. Like all
LA,
of us used to
LA,
holler Kobe.
LA. I'm gonna ask you the same thing I
Well,
asked CJ.
what's that?
With all the team the same
Nah,
except for one.
that boo bar.
With all the team the same except for the two. And the scenario was we trying to get a ring, and you got Jordan and LeBron to choose from. Who you gonna put on your team? Everybody else the same. You got like Shaq as the big man. You put, let's say, Steph Curry as the shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? But and Kobe Bryant on each team. But the only difference is LeBron playing on one, Jordan playing on the other. Which one you would want? You would want Jordan or LeBron?
He picking LeBron.
Who you talk? You talking to me? You talking
Yeah,
to
that
me?
question was for you, LA.
Oh yeah, I'm LeBron all day. I'm taking LeBron all day, 100%, no count.
I told
So
you he was picking
I gotta go with Jordan on
LeBron.
that one.
You going with Jordan?
Yeah, I gotta go with Jordan. Like I said,
I'm
if each
I'm
of
gonna have to go.
everybody the same, except for them one person. Like each
Right,
person got a
right.
Kobe
Both
Bryant
of
on
them
their
will
team. Each person
probably
got
play
a
the 2 or the 3 role.
right. Each person got a Shaq on their team, and the only difference is LeBron or Jordan. So I gotta go with Jordan, son. He done proved
I
too many
can't do
times.
it.
It's like
I
the
can't.
will too strong
I
for him.
can't do it though, flawless.
Man, you saw how LeBron won with Chris Bosh? You imagine what he would have did with
I can't.
Shaq?
I can't do it, flawless. I gotta go with LeBron in this scenario because LeBron go allow the other 4 players on the floor to be them. He gonna give them a chance to shoot and be flawed, be great. Jordan gonna take Shaq out of his game. He gonna take Curry out of his element. He gonna want the ball instead of letting Curry do Curry first and get the ball when he get it.
Right. Oh God. All right, so look, well, we're gonna switch up the topic a little bit, dog. We're gonna get a little juicy with it, you hear me? Man, Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane. Man, Pooh Shiesty arrested right now. Huh?
I said, oh Lord.
Pooh Shiesty arrested right now.
That was like I'ma just go ahead already. That was like the dumbest crash shot in history, man. Like everybody else said. That was like
Yeah.
the dumbest thing you could have did for the position you was in.
Right.
Hey, let me drop a few facts real quick. So it was the charges is kidnapping, extortion, and armed robbery. You hear me? Gucci Mane expected it to be a business meeting. but they ended up on a video with a yop stick and forced the man to sign his signature on a contract. You hear me? Hey, so who was in the wrong from a street and societal point? You hear me? I'm gonna give my opinion last on it, but cause I got a personal opinion about this dude that is a street situation. You hear me?
You know, first of all, Pooh Shiesty was wrong all the way around the board. And when we talking about the streets, I don't put entertainers as street. Like they all, we seen with Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? Behind closed doors, you don't know what these niggas do. So entertainers and streets don't even mix, if you ask me. And the way Gucci handled the situation, he wasn't playing it like no hoe, where it's like, please don't shoot me. That nigga was talking like, nigga, you off the label. Like, what you want? That's stupid. I ain't finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it wasn't no, I think he held his own. And if I was in his position, nigga, fuck what anybody got to say. I'm taking a stand. I'm taking all the rights back. And while you in jail, all your music, I'm still collecting the money on it. So fuck what anybody got to say. And the whole thing about Yo Gotti having $10 million for Pooh Shiesty, he could have took that money and gave it to Gucci to get out the contract instead of going the way he did. You know, and especially when you friends, when you snaking your friends, like that's one part of the street rules that people always leave out. They talk about the snitching and shit, but what about the loyalty you're supposed to have? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, all right. I'm gonna rebuttal to that. Well, I'm gonna rebuttal to that. You hear me? But who next? JB or Boo
Yeah,
Ball? Who
bro.
want to speak
Hey,
on it
to me
next?
that should have just been a conversation. It's crazy, like that it even got to that point, and it's like I can only imagine dude tried to have a conversation before, like, yo, get me off. He had to have, like, to get to this point, be like, yo, let me off the label, and Gucci like, nah. But it's like you got lawyers and stuff, bro. You got money. You could pay lawyers to like find loopholes, bro. Everybody done been in that same situation he been in. And I ain't never heard of nobody coming up to their label boss like at gunpoint talking about sign the papers. Like, bro, it's so many people who done had label disputes and just like figured it out like the legal way. I mean, Meg the Stallion got Taylor Swift, like NBA YoungBoy, like everybody then been in that situation.
Right.
So it's like I just don't
Well,
understand
the
like how
simple
you
fact
get
that
to
you're
that
recording
level.
this shit, you in the studio with no surveillance cameras, the only evidence that they had is your recording that you put on there. And if you seen how slick Gucci was to walk so they can put the dude that got the gun in frame,
Oh
like
yeah,
the fact that they
yeah.
even recorded that shit, it's like, what was you thinking? And then he trying to like chum up to the camera like, yeah, Gucci, tell him I ain't you know, real nigga Gucci ain't never done no police shit while you robbing the man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, the
and
whole
you could tell he was
dynamic
kind of
and
hot.
vibe was like, yeah, it's like anybody, even if the gun wasn't in the picture, it's like you could tell it was some bullshit just by everybody's demeanor. It's like,
Right. Like, I don't know what he was thinking, son.
yeah,
And to me, if you're gonna get on some street shit, it's supposed to be like, how did we end up knowing about it like after it happened? The rumors that came out before the Fed charges got put down and all of that. Like, people already, you got your team showing the rollers, showing the jury. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what they do that at?
Man, Boo Boy, you got an opinion on this?
Hey man, look, I just gotta say that's stupid at its finest, man. That- that- that's just being stupid at its finest, brother. Like how you try to debo your way out of the contract and give evidence on you deboing your way out of the contract. That just
All
don't make
right.
sense to me, brother.
All right, so look, I said from this point of view, right? So boom, I see where Pooh Shiesty coming from, but I see that from like my younger version of myself. I understand how I can get like that when you frustrated, but from this age,
Nah,
I feel like what y'all saying, like
no. Hold
you
up,
know,
LA. Hold up, LA. Hold up, LA. Cause look here,
yeah,
it
yeah.
don't matter. Young or not, at the end of the day, you never seen nobody that did a record deal take this approach on the record dealing.
Like you heard about Suge Knight and Vanilla Ice situation.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about from a street
That wasn't
perspective. I
that
see
wasn't
why
the
you
street
would approach it
of
like
your
that.
actual label.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, paint that picture for me then, LA, from a street perspective. What makes you want to get the homies, grab a gun, and go debo your way from
Hey, say
a
raw or something. Say
motherfucking
raw or
label?
something. Yeah. All
My
right.
bad.
So look,
What
boom.
makes you
I
want
tell
to
you.
grab the situation and some of the homies and
All
want to
right.
approach any record label, not just Gucci, any record label like that?
I'm gonna say it like this though. I say this. Boom. I'm with the record label, right? I'm trying to get out the deal, man. The deal ain't working for me. I ain't working for the deal no more. You hear me? Boom. If it ain't working out, if it ain't working out, you hear me? And we can't come to an agreement, I can see how you would run up in there like that. That's the point. That's the point that I'm saying. I can see how he would do it. I'm not
LA.
no way whatsoever saying it was
disagree
smart.
with that, LA.
This is the situation with
Because you on
Offset, right?
federal papers, LA.
Yeah, you just coming
You
home
on
off of
federal
doing
Yeah,
papers.
papers,
that's what
brother.
I'm saying. I see this. I see the stupidity in it too, though, for sure. Yeah.
I can't
But
get a no bill,
you've been involved in activities like all of us at one point in your life, brother. Where do you see yourself being on probational papers, federal papers, house, or any of this, and say I'm gonna do something such as this because I'm frustrated?
Man,
Like
see, you
you
forget who
going
you
right
talking
back.
to.
and
I
I'm a
was on.
record,
I was
and I'm a
on all
recording.
that. Hey, you forget who
Where
you
you
talking to.
going
I
though?
was on that still doing
But
stupid stuff.
hey,
Yeah.
where you ended up?
Look, and I'm a
You
recording
heard me?
evidence that's gonna hurt
Let's
me.
not forget
No, but that's why I say
the mistake that was made and the consequences that he had to stand on for being like that.
nah, but listen though, that's why I say I can see back then at that time. Like if I was younger around
But
Pooh Shiesty age back then, I can see that. But at this age, I see the stupidity in
But
it. Like it
even at
would
that age,
literally
though, son,
crash dummy.
I done been with
but
you
even
from
then,
little, son.
none
I
of it
couldn't
made
see you
sense to
doing
me.
nothing like that. Like in his situation, son, you would have never done nothing like that.
I don't know, son. If I'm getting money and you ain't letting me out my contract and I want to go and this dude over here talking about giving me money, I mean, man, you gotta understand the
Right,
same way that the
you're
dude.
not finna go, you're not finna take that route though. If anything, son, you gonna be like Offset. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
What I gotta
Offset
pay to
doing?
get out.
hey, 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 LA, I can saw Pooh Shiesty put out the bomb right now.
What happened? How you do that?
Could have went the YB route and just dropped music after music after music to where he had to be pushed out of his contract.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But
All
only
right, cool.
guaranteed so
I'm
many
not
albums
taking up
to
from.
you.
I'm not taking up fun, but let me set the mood for you real quick. You hear me? You rap all this gangster stuff. You just getting out of federal penitentiary for some of this gangster stuff that you rapping. You come home. This dude over here, now remember, we not at the age that we at. Cause that's why I'm saying back in my younger days, hey, I done had some wild times. And now I look back on it and I wouldn't do it. But now I'm just saying, picture this. We come home from federal penitentiary. You hear me? The dude playing with your money, you feel like you should be this many M's up. It ain't that though, because one of your dogs just passed away, and they got rumors saying that the man wanted to change it back. He ain't even want to help him out. You hear me? Now, let me set the mood for you. Now you come home from federal penitentiary, and the money's still not on the table like you want it to be. You hear me? You feel like you should have way more. You feel like you should have did way more for your partner. You hear me? Now this dude over here telling you, hey, I'm gonna grease your pockets. I'm gonna give it to you real good. Now you can't really deal with that because you contractually binded over here. You hear me? What you gonna do? At that age, that mindset, all you thinking about is your paper, your family, where you trying to be in life. But and you gotta remember, you just come home from federal penitentiary for violent acts. You hear me?
But that don't make it right though. At the end of the day, like I don't see us being where about that was being smart. If you got all this going on and all that happened, at the end of the day, that was on some street activity. That wasn't business. You chose to bring street activity into business. That's not how that worked, man. Like he should have caught Gucci and got him killed. And I hate to say it like that, but if you felt some type of way about your partner, if you felt some type of way about your money, you felt some type of way about the contract.
Hey, you gotta watch the violent words. You can't really use the violent words.
You should have got him touched in whatever aspect you chose to get him touched in. That street activity. Back to my point, though.
Well, I feel like this. If you watch the video, if Gucci would have said no, what you think they would have did? Nothing at all. If you watch that video, if Gucci would have said no, I ain't doing it, them people wasn't gonna do nothing at all, dog. Real talk. Them people was in there with a video camera. You think they gonna?
Why bluff me into a street movie when this is business? This ain't street business. This is real contractual business.
See, that's why I don't quite understand. Like, if Yo Gotti actually had money on the table for him, why Yo Gotti ain't give no guidance? Like, you a label head, you should know how to maneuver.
Buy him out of his contract.
Exactly. Or, set up some type of maneuver, like in so many years, whatever, XYZ gotta happen.
Like I said, I just feel he should have kept street activity and business.
Look, I'll buy you out your contract and you just come with me. You know what I'm saying? Give me the money that I'm finna pay you out the contract. If you're gonna give them a whole 10 million, you know what I'm saying?
I just feel like
I feel all right. So how much? Let's ask this question. Let's ask this question. How much time y'all think Pooh gonna get?
How much
He
time
not getting
Pooh
less
gonna
than
get?
40. Huh? He's not getting less than 40. Because you got to think of all the stuff that you was like Boo Boy say, you on federal papers already. You were a week out of jail. You got an ankle monitor. You having sex with your supervisor to get these free day passes and shit and stuff. So it's like, yeah, you're a menace to society.
Hey, LA, you tell me if you're a repeated offender of a certain activity, how they gonna judge that matter? They gonna judge it lightly or they gonna judge it heavy?
Nah, yeah, I agree. I think you about to get anywhere from 25 upwards, because by saying 25 again, they can give them a little leeway by them being of a certain stature, and it's a Fed charge, so the Feds, it all depends on his history, and he got a prior history, you hear me? So I don't really know. You gotta just judge it based off of that.
You gotta think, before he went to jail, he had shot a nigga for some money or whatever, and he had shot somebody over in a parking lot over some shoes or something. So you in jail for that. Then you get out a week later, you kidnapping your CEO.
Hey, real quick. Let's use less violent words like pum or popped or something, and not the K word either. Let's say unalive.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, all
Nah,
this
but
is
we got you,
allegedly,
big dog.
man. The
We
disclaimer
got
is
you,
in the.
big dog.
And matter of fact, then Lil Hump was locked up with Pooh Shiesty, and he was saying like he was doing crash out stuff while he was locked up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
but
Shout out Lil Hump, you hear me? Beaumont,
how
Texas.
long before how long before you wisen up?
Hold on, say it again.
How long before you wisen up? How long we gotta be street dude?
Well, I think, man, that's just really like a stigma that come with being a black male. You hear me? I feel like it's just a stigma that come with being a black male, dog. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like
Even with
at
this,
the end of
bro,
the day, it's like
you got the
when you
stigma
when
on
you
you, but
come up in the
you
neighborhood.
being that type of black male.
Nah, but I mean,
The
especially
brush
with
they
being
trying
a
to paint is
rapper, you
always
tell me if you start back when most of these people became rappers, you hear me? Now they got a lot of alternative rap, you hear me? But picture this: back when these people became rappers, how was you gonna be a rapper without that type of image? Gangster rap took over the hip hop world, you hear me? It was like if the
Right,
last nine
but
gangster
even
rapper.
go ahead, my
Nah,
bad.
go
I
ahead.
didn't want to cut you off.
Go
I
ahead.
mean, but even when Easy E made his standpoint into gangster rap, he wasn't talking about and crashing out to the public on what's really going on in the streets. He just gave you a glimpse of this is how things happen this way. He
right.
wasn't
And
being
especially
who
once you
he
get a
was.
record deal and
At
all
the
that,
end of
bro,
the
your
day,
mind state
these
change.
entertainers are entertain. Huh? My bad.
I said, especially once you get a record deal and all that, your mind state should
Yeah.
change to where it's like I'm gonna report what's going on in the hood and whatnot, but I ain't got nothing to prove to these niggas to make them think that I was gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like right now is the time to start building generational wealth. And once you get to the point to where you trying to placate for the crowd so they can be like, yeah, you was a gangster, like the Dirt situation. It's like at a certain point, if you don't learn your lesson, then you got to face the consequences. You know what I'm saying? And if he thought that Gucci was gonna be like, just take that loss, like some people more mad at Gucci for not just letting him rob him. And like, nah, nigga, you supposed to go ahead and kill him, or pum him after he robbed you and keep it street. But he didn't keep it
But that
street.
don't
Like
make
this
no
stuff was
sense.
all over the internet.
But that don't make it sense. Why be street? Why keep it street? Why go street about it when this is not street activity? We're not
Right.
chilling at the park in the neighborhood, kumbaya, and you hollering at me. You called me up for a legitimate meeting. I came to see about business at a business like environment, and you
Mm-hmm.
try to bring street behavior into the business atmosphere. It don't
Mm-hmm.
work like that. Bad business is bad business. Good business is good business. At the end of the day, Gucci was doing bad business, but you tried to match bad business with bad business, and it got you nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And see that's just like because of how people kind of portray things. They feel like if you was ever street at one point in time, you should just be street forever.
All right.
Cause that's how they expect
But
you to
then,
act. Cause I low key feel like that's what Boosie doing. Boosie like in the middle. Like I think Boosie in like a transition stage where he's still trying to keep up his street image, but he's starting to figure out it's really like messing up his life. You know, it's
Right. It's messing
really
up my business.
yeah, like he in that transition.
but how long though, Beast? That goes back to my question. How long before you can say, let me let certain things about my life and what I done did in my life go? Why I got it? That's like basketball, for example. You don't expect a basketball player to be a basketball player all his life. You expect for him to put down the basketball at some point and be just a regular person. Why a street individual got to be a street dude until the day they put him in a pine box? Why he can't just say, I don't no longer deal with that aspect of my
And what
life
I
no
meant
more?
by is
I
the
think that's
stigma
on
that comes with
each
being a black
individual.
male.
Each individual.
But at the same time, why us black males gotta accept the stigma? Why we can't evolve away from that? Because we see it's not working for nobody before us.
Right. And it's so hard.
Like,
Like I done heard a street person, like somebody that's claimed they got a street mentality, right? And you put them in a scenario where it's like you gotta call the police, and they will not admit that they will call the police. Like it
Man, I
don't
ain't
matter
gonna
if you
lie,
kidnap
man.
their
I'm gonna have to
mama.
tell my wife or somebody to call. I can't do it.
Nah, but
I
listen,
really
it don't
can't
matter
do
but
it.
that's
if
ignorant
they
though.
kidnap your mama, they kidnap your kids,
Man, what's
they
the number
all
to
be like,
911?
I'm not gonna call. But then when you get in that real situation, like Bun B, son, when Bun B house got broken into, people was mad at him for taking the stand. And it's like, if you was in that position, you would do the same thing.
Nah, definitely these days I call the police on you, boy. Man, you gonna get from around here playing? Yes, Lord.
But
Back
it
then,
never
though,
really made no sense. It never really not it never really made no sense not to call them though, because at the end of the day, you gonna be who you gonna be, and you might be just as violent as the next person. But the police still gonna get called in the situation in a matter of time. It's just at this point it falls on who. Is it gonna be
Like,
the victim or you? Like it none of it ever made sense to me.
well, look, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say it. Let me add this in the convo. You hear me? This is what street law is. This for everywhere. It don't matter where you at. East Coast, West Coast, South, North, Mid East, Midwest, Central, in between, in the middle. It don't matter. Once you start playing that street game, once you jump out there and you know exactly what you signing yourself up for, you must follow the street rules. That's the way it is. If you choose to go and
I
do something
disagree.
criminal, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Nah, I just have to disagree with that point because 6ix9ine made it okay, and Rats is at an all-time high now. So everybody in the streets don't play by the street rules. You just be the dummy that take the L because your pride don't want to play by the chess rules. You want to
mhm.
play by these imaginary rules that's only you
Like nobody
abiding
really
by,
said,
because
yeah.
the next
Because if you
person gonna
notice too,
tell on you or shoot you in your face and keep it pushing while you trying to be solid. The next man
mhm.
not thinking solid. The next man
And you got to
thinking a
think
way
about
out.
this too, son. Like the scenario of you riding with your homeboy, they got crack in the car, the cops pull us over. I'm not supposed to say nothing. Like in that scenario, if your partner real, he's supposed to take the charge. The fact that you willing to make me go to jail for it because you don't want to take your
Nah,
charge.
but
Now
look,
both of us got to
I'm
be on
not
the charge.
moving.
That's faker than
I feel it, but I'm not moving the goalpost, you hear me? What I'm trying to say is like, all right, cool, your partner in the car is his, he supposed to take the charge. If he don't, back in the day when I was part of the game, the rules was if that was to happen, you don't tell. You go ahead. Yeah, it sounds stupid. Of course, it sounds stupid. Yeah, I think it sounds stupid for sure.
you don't think
Nah,
it's stupid. It is stupid. Like
No,
a
I know,
motherfucker
but
trying to trick you
man,
out
that's
your
the game.
sight.
I mean, that's the game, though. If you choose to sell drugs or go and run the streets and catch bodies and all this stuff, then whenever you get in the game, that's what you sign up for. If you tell on another man, you a scumbag. You should
I
be
understand and I agree. I understand and I agree. But what I'm saying is at the same time, these rules that you playing by, the person that got you in that jam is not. So how can you say if you sign up for these rules, all of us abide by these rules when everybody in the game is not?
Right.
It's more
'Cause
rats
like you
than real
said, how the
people in the
rule's supposed
game.
to go is that person's supposed to take the charge. So the simple fact that you got to go to jail now and you're not supposed to say nothing, he already not playing by the rules that you're playing by. You follow me?
But yet you gonna
Right,
just
right, right, right.
you gonna mess up your character
You
for
gonna mess up
somebody that
your
can't keep it
character for
real
somebody that
with
can't keep it
himself, or let
real.
alone you.
I'm not saying
I
that it's
just can't
smart or
agree
right.
with it
I'm just
as
saying that was the rules, man. You know, I mean, I ain't
I
make them. I
know,
just read the book.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
and I'm not
But
disagreeing with
people
how
always
you
forget
viewed
about
it. What I'm
the
disagreeing
loyalty
with is
rules,
that
though.
everybody got different rules in that same rule book you reading. You just read the real you know what I'm saying, real nigga rule book, the real nigga section. You didn't read how to be a rat. You didn't read how to be a whatever, how to be this, how to be that. You read your section, you stuck to it. That's what was for you. But there's more rules in that book
There's more
than what
chapters
you
in there.
abide by, is all I'm
You got
saying.
the snake chapter. How you supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Get your homeboy caught up so you can get out of something. You know what I'm saying?
It's just more chapters in the book, brother. That's all we saying.
So
Just
we
because
saying
you
just
found
because you
your
found your
chapter,
Right, right,
chapter,
right.
don't
I
mean
feel it.
don't mean
everybody in the
everybody in
game
the game
reading that
reading
chapter.
that chapter.
Hey, all right. So we can talk about this all night. You know, this is an ongoing topic. But let's kind of switch it up a little bit. We'll come back if anything else develop in the Gucci and Pooh Shiesty case, you hear me? Man, look, we all from everybody on here from Louisiana. Man, Cash Money No Limit Tour is coming. It's solidified. It's really gonna happen. You know, it's a 17 city arena schedule. Southern hip hop legends. It's the first time ever, like this day, first time ever you gonna see these people perform together. You hear me? And Turk is the only one out. Man, what y'all think about Turk being out? You hear me?
Not just
And I
Turk, Lil
just heard
Wayne. Lil Wayne out
Lil
because
Wayne
they
Yeah,
won't
yeah,
let
but
Turk
you know
in.
Wayne don't mess with him like that for real.
Wayne would have did it if Turk was done. But and I think
and I
Boosie's supposed
think
to be the
Boosie's supposed
special
to be the
guest too.
special guest too.
Hey, and we all music men, so you know what y'all thoughts on this? What y'all think? Y'all ready for this?
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be big, and just like with the verses, you know, it kind of make you remember their catalog. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes as time go on, you forget that the songs and the hits that they made. You know, so I think it's
So
gonna
I
be
think
hard.
it's
I
gonna be
just wish
hard. I
they
just
could
wish
have,
they could have,
you know, for the
for the
fans,
fans,
like put their
like put
personal
their
differences
personal differences
aside,
aside,
like kind of like
like kind
Webby
of
and
like Webby
Boosie.
and Boosie.
Like we
Like
know that they
we know
not
that
all the
they
way
not all the
tight,
way tight,
but they not
but
gonna
they not
pass up
gonna
no
pass up
money.
no money.
They'll pop out with
They'll
each
pop
other. You
out
know
with
what I'm
each other. You
saying?
know what I'm saying?
Right,
Because
right,
the simple
right,
fact,
The
we
right.
simple
know
fact, we know
Wayne is
Wayne is
the best
the
rapper,
best
right?
rapper, right?
With him being
With
on the
him being
tour,
on the
it'll
tour,
made it
it
just so
made it
much
just so
better
much
for
better
the
for
fans.
the
You know what I'm
fans. You
saying?
know what I'm saying?
So
Right,
So
right,
I'm thinking
right.
like
I'm
y'all
thinking
could at
like,
least swallow y'all pride with Turk just for the fans to have this experience with all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And you know, as
Man,
Baby
as
being the
Baby
leader,
being the leader,
I feel like
I
he could
feel
have
like he
talked to
could have talked to
BG and
BG
like
and like
made some type
made
of
some type of
accommodation so
accommodation.
where at
nah,
least
Baby the one don't
we
like
could do
Turk
that.
for real. Baby don't like that boy.
But BG
But
don't like him
BG don't
either.
like him either.
And like
Yeah,
I
but
say,
all that stem
for how much
from Birdman and Turk really having like Turk said something about Birdman back in the day, like a while back. That's really what got it started. And then BG started speaking on Turk. Turk started exposing stuff about BG. Now look, I rock with Jizzle. You hear me? I ain't gonna say I don't. I rock with Jizzle. But I'm gonna say this: if anybody should have been the one to be like, let's get past it, it should have been Jizzle, dog. 'Cause at the end of the day, what you said something, Turk said something. Turk might have said some truth though. That's why I heard you so bad. You hear me?
Mhm. Man, like I
And
say,
like I
just
said,
for the
just
for the fan
for the fan
experience, you know what I'm
experience, you know
saying?
what I'm saying?
Like I would have
Like
loved to see all of them together, like Wayne and Turk. That just made it so much better.
I think they should just let that go.
Why
Yeah,
you think that, dog?
at the end of the day, Ferg did have help building what Cash Money became. You know what I'm saying? So
But I
yeah, they
still
should
feel
let
like
that
they
go.
should just let
Oh, Boo Boy, you saying they should let the beef go, not the group.
no, let the whole thing go. Let Hot Boys be what Hot Boys was. You can't be. That's just like if we was thieves in our day, and we try to be thieves 30 years later. Let's just be thieves 30 years ago and be who we is now.
Man, J Beast, what you think, dog? We all music men in here. What you think about that?
Yeah, see, I don't know too much about the whole Turk thing, cause like the Hot Boys, like I guess the original Hot Boys, I was so young. I ain't gonna say it before my time, but it was like right when I was coming up. So like the main characters, I know BG Juvenile. Really, like my main era of them was when it became big timers, and they was basically almost close to breaking up, like right before they all broke up. So I don't know too much about like the Turk situation, but it'll be cool to have like everybody together. Like that's how I feel. It's like,
As a
man,
At
or
fan,
least
whatever.
you know.
Yeah, it's like
Let history be
and the
history,
simple fact,
beast.
like
You
I
know.
said, if they'd have pieced it up with Twerk, Wayne would have been able to do it. Wayne would have did it, and that's the one person I would have wanted to see at least. You know what I'm saying? So the simple fact that they having the Cash Money No Limit tour and Wayne not gonna be there, it's kind of like shit. Well, if I could buy a ticket, I would.
Hey,
Hey,
Floss.
what y'all think about
Hey,
Boosie and
Floss.
Webby
Talk
linking up
and do.
recently? What y'all think about Boosie and Webby recently linking up? They was doing something together.
I know. I'm not too familiar with that. What happened?
Nah, I'm saying like y'all want to see more work from Boosie and Webby, or y'all happy with how it was?
Let history be history.
Man, you don't think they can run it back, dog?
Kind of relax, bro.
Man,
man, they was the
Webby
best
music just been
like
pushing the Cash
literally
Money.
just
Louisiana
like you
duo,
boys
really.
said.
I feel like if they gonna do it like how they did it before, to where they really gonna be consistent and it's not just a money grab, then I'm for it. But Webby music just ain't hitting the same like it used to. Maybe
I
because
just
he's
Yeah,
not
I
feel
as
think
like
that's
if
kind
consistent.
of
they
where the problem is stuck in the past.
I just feel like they both in it for the wrong reasons. Boosie too business minded and Webby too history bonded.
Yeah.
Yeah, Webber definitely stuck in the past, dog. I don't know what's on with that boy. Brr, what's on with that boy? Yeah. But nah, hey, I rock with Webber though. I rock with Webber. That boy had just recently, like a few years ago, dropped a little banger. I didn't really like it, but people liked it. Like a wife or something with his little son or something. It was a little banger, you hear me?
I like his singles. He had one with Pow Wow and everything too. That was pretty hard.
All right, while we on the topic of music, right? Let's speak on this real quick. Who y'all think is the hottest hip hop artist in the game right now? Like for
Drake.
the last few years, the hottest hip hop artist. Everybody, I'm gonna
Drake.
give mine. I'm gonna give mine first. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say Young
Same.
Boy.
From what aspect though, LA? From what
Same.
aspect?
Drake the
Impact,
GOAT, man.
lyricist,
And we talking about just hip hop
from
music,
what?
period.
I'm talking about
Drake
hip
the
hop,
GOAT.
man, like real rap, like how you would classify Boosie, Wayne, and all them. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, just like Flawless said, bro.
Drake the
Drake number
GOAT.
one, bro.
Man, I'm gonna pick
Even
Young
when they
Boy,
when
dog. Young Boy, like Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson of this time. You hear me?
nah, son, Drake got that type, and Drake just passed Michael Jackson record, by the way.
Yeah.
They
But
was trying to count him out with the whole Kendrick Lamar
Wayne.
beef or whatever. But
Yeah,
I want y'all to
I'm gonna
think
rock
about
with
this.
Drake a little bit. I'm gonna rock with
Every
Drake.
time
I
I
like
want you
that
to think,
Janice.
But look, I want you to think about this, huh? Every time somebody called Drake out, he stepped up to the plate. Win, lose, or draw, he always says something.
Except,
And when you
except,
listen to
except Kendrick.
except for who?
You think Kendrick won, dog?
I don't think Kendrick won. I give it to Drake.
Man, stop that. Kendrick performed not like us at the Super Bowl. Kendrick
Yeah,
performed a
but
diss track
that's a
at the
whole
Super
that was a
Bowl.
whole conspiracy with Jay-Z, with what's his name? Lucian Grange, the nigga that owns Universal. Like
No
they really
matter what
the whole
street
that whole
to
situation right there is to try to get Drake not to go independent. They trying to get him to stay in his
hey,
contract because if he go independent, son, it's gonna be crazy for the music industry. And that's why he dropped them
it
3
won't
albums.
because Drake trash.
Say it again.
Drake
Man,
good on that pop shit.
man, you
But
say Drake trash, man.
R&B.
Nah.
Like a rapper. Drake haven't rapped in years. Drake is a
Man, you
singer.
say Drake trash. What y'all think, man?
I mean, the numbers speak for
Man,
themselves.
we
Man.
talking about
I ain't really got to say nothing.
man, we talking about rap though. We talking about you said Wayne. When the last time you heard Drake put down a verse that was similar to a Wayne verse? The
I
stuff he
mean,
been talking about these days
that whole
been
Iceman, that whole
subliminal
Iceman
disses
is rap.
and women.
Well, that whole Iceman is rap if you listen to that. And I ain't gonna lie, son, that Wayne is my GOAT. Okay. And the fact that Wayne brought Drake in and he surpassed Wayne now, like Drake is my favorite rapper now. Like out of everybody that I listen to, I might take
I mean, but
1 or 2 songs that I'll listen and go back. But Drake, I listen to his whole projects. You know what I'm saying?
Wayne dropping music for fun. Drake dropping music for relevance. It's a difference.
I mean, he get all the
It's a difference though.
relevance though.
Drake still
When you
want
think
to
about
be
it, son,
seen. Drake.
the only reason the game is as exciting is when somebody going at Drake. It's always Drake.
Because Drake want to be the king. If you go flawless, if you call yourself the king at jump rope, who else I got the challenge but you?
But I
I'm
don't
not
think
gonna
he called
challenge your
himself the king. I
son.
think it's just the numbers. Like people want
Who else
to take
call
that number
themselves
1
the
spot.
king of pop?
Man, I don't know, dog. I'm gonna say you can't really. When it comes to Drake and Kendrick, I can't really judge it, man. Drake been around for a long time doing his thing. Like, yeah, the Super Bowl stunt was a big stunt. I give him that. But man, Drake came in a game when Wayne was at his heights and made a name. So that tells
Right.
you a lot about Drake, you know?
Man, y'all just being nice about the situation, man.
Even
Nah,
though
dog, I
Drake,
don't got
like,
no
I think
dog
he
in
the
the fight.
better. Nah, I'm gonna say, even though Drake, I think Drake is the better artist. I still think he lost that beef with Kendrick for sure. Like that was a different level, bro. I went to the Super Bowl, bro. I seen that halftime show. Like the energy, like it was legit. Like the whole A minor part, it was for real. The whole stadium, A minor. That it was crazy, man. But it was crazy.
Man, my dog hit the note,
Yeah. But still, if I had to put any song on, like any music, it's kind of like flawless. Bro, I could put on a Drake album and just listen straight through it. I can't do that with a lot of people.
Because he cry on most of them. It's about feeling. It's feeling based.
But they make a good artist when you able to tap in your feelings. And like I say, son, that whole
Well, I don't know, man.
Iceman,
I
that's
used to
straight
jam
rap.
a lot of Drake and yeah, that language and all that, man. It wasn't really no crying on that. Drake was going in. Kendrick rolled too. I just can't do it when he try to do like the traditional West Coast vibe. I just can't do them songs. Like, hey, look, I'm all for LA, man. I live in LA right now. Shout out LA, you hear me? I'm from the South, dog. We vibe to a different tempo, you hear me?
That's the thing about Drake, son. It don't matter where you at. I remember one time I'm in Beaumont. Now Beaumont is a gangster town. and a Drake song come on, we all in the car, word for word. And it's like, son, it's very few artists that's able to touch everybody.
Right. Okay. So real quick, man, let's touch up on a Supergirl movie, man. Do a little movie review real quick for a second. Uh the Supergirl, it was directed by Craig Gillespie. Millie Alcock was Supergirl, Jason Momoa was Lobo, and David Corenswit was Clark Kent. Now, I'm gonna be the first to say it. I did not like their Clark Kent character at all. 100% down the toilet, dog. I did not like their Superman character. Jason Momoa, that probably was the best character he could have been as Lobo. I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I heard a lot of people had some negative reviews about it, but you know, I'm a Superman fan, so we had to review Supergirl as the first movie review on Controversial Conversations. You hear me? So what y'all think?
I think the bad reviews come from when Melly Alcox was kind of like people hating on her because she's a female superhero or whatever. And she did say some disparaging remarks when promoting it, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that they going in on her like they is, I don't agree with that. And I'm a big James Gunn fan, you know what I'm saying? I like what he did with Peacemaker, and I like his Superman was my favorite one. So I think it was good. I don't think the bad reviews was warranted. I think they just giving her a hard time because of her remarks and the fact that she's a female superhero.
Yeah, I never actually got to see it, so I don't know much about Supergirl.
I'm with Beast on this. So LA, my comment is no comment.
Bro,
So
you
you
ain't
saying
like it?
James Gunn, he directed this one, or
No, I think he just wrote the
No,
script.
Craig Gillespie directed it, but it was under the James Gunn, uh,
DC?
you
Yeah.
know, umbrella. Yeah.
So Tim, do y'all know of that last Batman with dude from Twilight? I can't remember his name. Is that under James Gunn?
Man, I don't even remember. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it. I don't even remember. I can't even remember what he looked at. You talking about the vampire or werewolf?
The
The
vampire
vampire.
dude. I can't
Oh,
remember his
Edward.
name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
He
don't think
played
that
the
was
last
his
Batman.
Oh, I ain't even watched it then because I showed on unless he looked at real different. You hear me?
my last Batman was Ben Affleck.
Yeah, real talk.
Oh man, the one with him is real
And then
good. Cause they did it
if y'all
kind of
look at
like
the
how they
Flash,
did the Joker. Like they made it more serious.
I gotta check it out then. That's gonna be my tonight watch. Yes, Lord. All right,
but
so cool. What y'all think about the new Spider-Man about to come out? Man, that thing look amazing, don't
that
it?
thing look good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking about going watch.
Yeah, that thing look amazing. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Man, Boo Boy, you ain't like Supergirl?
I didn't see it, brother, so I don't got no comment on it.
Well,
I,
what's your
I,
lane? What
I
you
didn't
been
get a
watching
chance.
lately?
Really, I've been watching throwbacks like Dave Chappelle show, things of that nature. Or sometimes I be into like ice road truckers or when they be moving them houses from one, what I'm saying, area to another.
Oh, you been binge watching TV series.
Yeah, type things, stuff I can fall asleep on, nothing I just really got interest in.
Man, I just put Flawless on Upload, man. You gotta go check out Upload. I think you'll like that.
You gotta go good man.
I can peek at it, but if you want to impress me, drown a fish.
And on that note, man, y'all got any closing statements, man?
No,
We
man, it was
saying,
all
man,
good, man.
dang, you know, just
Yeah,
Lord
shout out to
impress
Los
me drawing the
Angeles
fish.
Street Blog.
Yeah, man. Look, don't forget, come in, like, comment, subscribe. You know, if you catch it on replay, you know, we'll shout you out next time, man. And that was the first episode of Controversial Conversations Podcast. Man, shout out Flawless JC, shout out J Beast, and shout out Boot Boy. Yeah, man. You know,
Yeah.
we had a real good
Shout out to
conversation, man. We want to
LA.
thank everybody who stopped by. And, you know, anybody got something they want to say?
Yeah, man. I want to give LA, Street, a shout out, for what he got going on and what he doing for the culture. We appreciate the start. We appreciate the idea. We appreciate the vision, and many more to come, brother.
Keep it consistent, and shout out to you, my brother.
Okay. Man, that's a wrap, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. And, you know, meet us back here tomorrow night for another episode. Y'all be cool, be blessed.
Vice versa, brother. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.